guys, this is Miss Mariana, and in this video we're going to practice combined operations and PEMDAS. Remember that for PEMDAS there is a video in which everything that has to do with the order of operations is explained. In this video we're just going to apply all that information, okay? So if you feel confident on this topic and you think you can work this out on your own, I will show you the exercises so you can write them down, do them, and then check, okay? So these are the exercises. This is A, this is B and C, and this is D. Now, for the people who need a little bit more of guidance, stay tuned because we're going to solve everything step by step. Let's start with A. Remember that when we work out these exercises, we have to work inside, out, okay? So on each line, I am going to do only one step. If you think you can work out more than one step because of the priority of operations, you can do so. But I am going to do one by one so you see how the priority of operation works. So you see how the order of operation works, okay? So let's start with A. So the first thing we're going to do is the parenthesis because this is what PEMDAS tells us. So whatever we don't do, we just write it down. 18 minus 4 times. Remember that when nothing is written between a number and a parenthesis, there is a multiplication. So we have to operate the parenthesis. So we have -7 plus 3. So if we have a negative number and a positive one, remember that the final result is going to have the sign of the biggest number in absolute value. So we would do 7 minus 3, which would be 4, and a 7 is bigger in absolute value, then this is minus, and we have a -4, okay? Another way to see this is that remember that when we add, we move to the right on the number line, and if we subtract, we move to the left. So I am going to write down our -7, and I am going to add 3 units as the operation tells us to. So if we add 3 units, we have to move 3 numbers to the right. So we would have -7, -6, -5, and -4. And this is another way to see this operation, okay? Now, we write down plus 2 to the power of 3. So here I am going to highlight what we did, okay? This is the step we did first. Now, let's continue. Now we have 18 minus 4 times -4. So guys, see here that we have a multiplication. We still work from inside out. So we have a minus here that we're going to keep just as it is, and we are going to operate these two, okay? So 4 times -4 is going to be -16. Okay? Important, guys. I am keeping this sign for last, okay? I am not operating this right now, okay? I will do it at the end. The only sign that I am operating now is this one, okay? This one right here. So 4 times -4, it's -16. And now we have plus 2 to the power of 3, which is 8. We can do this now because here we're just adding and we have a power that can be done at any point because in the end it's just a number that we're adding, okay? So I am going to do this right now, okay? I could have done it the first step as well. Let's continue operating. Now we have 18 minus negative 16 plus 8. See here that now we only have additions and subtractions, okay? So as we only have that, we can operate in the order in which the numbers appear. We must operate from left to right. So we're going to do that, but please take into account that we have these two signs here. So we're going to multiplicate the signs, not the numbers, okay? The numbers are not multiplicating. The signs are, okay? So we have 18 negative times negative. It's going to be plus. It's going to become a plus. Let me mark it right here. This becomes this. $16. And now we just add 8. And at this point, we do the operation from left to right. And we get 42. And this is our result. Now, let's go for B. So we have 36 divided by 2 plus 4 times 5 minus 3 to the power of 2 or 3 squared plus 8. So, as we did the previous exercise, we go from inside out. That means that we start with P, the parentheses. So that's our first step. So 2 plus 4 is 6. We don't have to write the parentheses because 6 is positive. If it had been negative, it is very convenient to keep the parentheses. Then we have 36 divided by 6 times 5 minus 3 squared plus. So guys, see here now that we seem to have a pickle because we have division and multiplication. And from PEMDAS, multiplication and division have the same priority. So what do we do when this happens? We operate in the order in which the operations are given if both have the same priority, which is this case. So we do 36 divided by 6 and then we multiply by 5, okay? I am going to do this in green to show you that we're applying PEMDAS in this case in which the operations have the same priority. So we go from left to right. So we have 36 divided by 6 is 6 times 5. And we're going to keep that one that way, and then we're going to do the multiplication. We write down whatever we have not worked out yet. Oh, I wrote So see guys, that now we have 6 times 5 minus 3 squared plus 8. So we have a multiplication, a subtraction, and an addition. It is true that this subtraction right here is a power. We could have done this at any step because in the end, it's just a number. And the thing is that the number is reading as a power. We could have put 3 squared or 9 directly, okay? In this case, this power or this exponent doesn't have any priority over any of the operations because it's just a number that is being subtracted, okay? Now, the operations here are in this step right here where we are. Multiplication, subtraction, and addition. So we have to go for the multiplication first. So we have 6 times 5 is 30 minus 3 squared. We can operate this now. This is 9 plus 8. And now we only have additions and subtractions, which have the same priority. So what do we have to do here? We have to operate in the order in which they are given, okay? So we have 30 minus 9 plus 8. So 30 minus 9 is 21, plus 8 is 29. Okay, guys, let's go with exercises C and D. I will go a little bit faster on these ones as the rules were already explained for exercises A and B, and the rules that apply for these ones are exactly the same. So let's see the expression and see that we have big brackets and then we have inner brackets. So we have to work inside, out, okay? So we have a very big bracket with a smaller bracket inside divided by -2 plus 4 squared minus 15. So we're going to do the bracket first. We're going to work it out first, okay? From inside out. So what do we have here? We have 42 minus 3 times 5 plus 7. So following PEMDAS, we need to do the parentheses first, okay? So we have 42 minus 3 times 5 plus 7, which is 12. Then I am going to rewrite everything that I haven't used. So I'm going to keep it just as it is. And I'm going to write it down so I don't forget. Now, let's continue. Now, we are on the main bracket first. So now we have a subtraction and a multiplication. So we need to do the multiplication first, okay? So we have 42 minus 3 times 12, which is 36, divided by -2 plus 4 squared, which is the same as 16. You can write it now if you want to, as it's just a number written as a power, okay? It's the same as having 16 right here, okay? Okay, continuing with the big bracket, we have 42 minus 36, okay? So that gives us as a result 6. So we have a big 6 here. Then we have divided by -2 plus 16 minus 15. So now we have a division, an addition, and a subtraction. So following the priority, we need to do the division first. So 6 divided by 2 is 3, but it's not only by 2, it's by -2. So remember that if we divide a positive number and a negative number, we get a negative result, okay? Then we have that 6 divided by -2 or -2 is -3 plus 16 minus 15 is 1. So our final result is going to be -2. Let's go for D. We have -5 plus a big bracket times a number written as a power plus another number written as a power. So as always, from inside out. So let's work the big bracket first. So we have 48 divided by 3 times 2, which is 6, minus 7. We close our bracket. Then we have -3 power to the power of 2, or -3 squared, and 2 to the power of 3. Then we have, continuing with the big bracket, we open a bracket right here, and we have a division and a subtraction. So following PEMDAS, we need to divide first. So we have 48 divided by 6, we have 8. Minus 7 times. Now we can operate this power if we want to, okay? Because it's just a number written as a power. I am going to do it now. So we have a negative base and an even exponent. So we're going to get a positive result. So this is going to become -3 times -3. We get negative times negative, we get plus, and 3 times 3 is 9. That's why we get a positive result. I'm going to write it in the same color And then I am going to operate the next power because it's a number written as a power. So 2 to the power of 3 is 8. Okay? So let's finish with the big bracket right here that it's going to disappear. So we have 8 minus 7 is 1 times 9 plus 8. So we have now a negative 5 plus a multiplication plus a number. We have additions and subtractions and a multiplication in between. So we do the multiplication first. Despite is a very easy one. We're going to get negative 5 plus 9 plus 8. So we do this operation and we get 12. And this is the final result and the last exercise for this video. I really hope this was useful for you, and always stay tuned to the videos that I will be posting, as I am super sure they're going to be of great use for you guys. See you in the next one. Bye bye.